Hi, my name is Karen Hyatt and I'm running for Utah State Senate in District 6. My family and I have lived in West Jordan for 22 years. I love Utah. I am concerned, however, about the direction our legislature is taking us. According to our party platform, citizens' needs are best met through free enterprise, private initiative, and volunteerism. I believe that, and I believe it's time for our government to reduce spending, stop competing with private industry, and scale back to its proper role. Our founders knew that the biggest obstacle to prosperity is too much government. With this year's state budget topping $20 billion, we clearly have too much government. That's an increase of $5 billion just in the last 5 years. And if we don't want it to grow even larger next year, we have to make changes today. Having served as a delegate multiple times, I understand that you need to know that I'm qualified to serve in the state Senate. First, you should know that I served 2 years on the Republican State Central Committee. This small but powerful group is the governing body for the entire Utah Republican Party. Several years ago, a handful of leaders on that committee were attempting to vote themselves veto power over the delegates. I was alarmed and frustrated at this concentration of powers, but I realized the best way to effect change would be from within. So I ran and was elected as a state central committee member and was able to join with like-minded members to try to keep the power with the delegates. Well, here we are today doing the same thing, but this time we're trying to keep the power with the people of Utah and not with a handful of senators. I'm especially concerned about the huge number of bills that passed the Senate with zero opposition. I want you to know that I reject what has become a tradition of quid pro quo. I'll vote for your bill, so you'll vote for mine. There are other ways to garner support, and I will use them. We don't need to pass bad bills in order to get support for good ones. Speaking of bad bills, I know many of you participated in the citizens' referendum on SB 2001, the food tax bill. I was right with you, collecting hundreds of signatures and driving hundreds of miles to deliver packets to southern Utah. I strongly opposed the increased taxes on food and gas, as well as the brand new taxes on services. But I also spent hours reading through thousands of lines of that bill on my own, and I think you'd be surprised at what else was in there. One quick example. Did you know there was a section that exempted certain large companies from having to pay sales tax on their equipment purchases? I'm a small business owner, as some of you are, and we certainly weren't going to get this exemption. And while it's obvious to us that government should not be giving special breaks to some companies and not others, 20 senators voted for this bill, and they were all Republicans. When I then looked at the individual Senate votes, it was clear that we needed a change in our district as well as in many others. What I hope you'll take away from this is that I have what it takes to cut through the legalese in these bills, read the fine print, and understand what it actually says. You'll never hear me say, well, I didn't have time to read the bill, so I just voted yes. We need vigilant, fiscally responsible senators who will represent your conservative views. I'm excited to work with you. I welcome your help, your perspective, and your expertise. I can't do this alone. I'm Karen Hyatt, and I ask for your vote today.